So first of all, my name is Doug Jenkins. I already told you that. We're constantly growing, constantly buying equipment that maybe or may or may not you might not be able to use, or you might not know what it is. And we do the research, and I've been doing this for quite a while now. So I mean, as you keep going, you start finding pieces of equipment and techniques to just bring this volume and this sound and this, and just have a sellable product or something that people want to buy. So I mean, I got started as in the hip hop side of things, always talking to hip hop artists, always being involved with hip hop artists, and that doesn't mean I'm not a rock engineer, but I do concentrate a lot on hip hop. Now, with that being said, I mean, a lot of people out there have the home-based studios. They got their production going on. They're making beats in-house. They got a dude that makes beats, or and you get all this stuff together, and you're like, well, that's great. We're not making any money. And I'm here to help you with that. I'm here to help solve that issue for you guys. I do know how to make money when it comes to production. I do know for a fact of the places you need to go. I'm not going to sell you an ebook. I'm not going to sell you this and that. I'm going to sell you me, my service. The thing that I know about for a fact that 85 to 90% of the instrumentals that get purchased online already sound good. They sound great. And I know for a fact that I'm not going to buy an instrumental. First of all, the instrumentation has to be correct. You got to be trying, you have to have something that sticks out. But a lot of these songs that you hear on the radio, like Lil Wayne, I mean, the 1-step, 2-step, 3-step, when that first got invented, it probably wasn't at the highest standard. People were like, yeah, it's cool, but like Lil Wayne saw, because he's been around the bigger studios, the bigger equipment, bigger engineers, that he said, that right there is going to work. And they went in and they did a lot to that. You could tell they compressed the bass line to the point where it would work in a car, in a trunk, because that was a huge bass line. If you don't do that step, what happens when you turn that song up? It becomes muddy. So there's different EQ tricks to make your vocals sit. So this is our service that we're really concentrating on. Hint the name ProInstrumentals.com. We came up with that name, and I was like, what's it for? It was like a God-given thing. I'm like, what am I doing? Why did I call it that? Well, now I know why I called it that. I've always had trying to fill the void between vocalists, rappers, which at the time, and I'm being real with you, I told you, they don't have the money to do this stuff. They think, well, what's this? I mean, I don't have money to pay anybody. I got 16 bars. I want to lay it down. I want the rights to the beat. I don't know how to go about this. There's a mixing engineer that needs to mix my stuff. You're talking $2-3 grand, $4 grand to get these people paid. Well, I'm starting to look at it in a different light. I'm thinking, okay, how about if a person like myself could invite the producers to send their music? First of all, for a producer, what you're going to have is you're going to have this inevitable way of having a quality product ran through high-end equipment, still left with a little headroom for mastering, but your beat sounds 100 times better. The one thing that people buy beats for, which I've done this personally when I was, back in the day trying to do albums and stuff like that, is I would click on a beat and I would be like, oh man, it sounds horrible, but it's cool, but it's just garbage. And then I'd go to a beat that sounded awesome, like as far as quality wise, and I'd be like, man, I'd almost take this one just because of the sound quality. And stupid me. I've been marketing to hip hop guys, and a lot of people ask me questions on YouTube. I mean, a laundry list of questions. I mean, I feel like a Guitar Center rep, and it's not a bad thing. I appreciate it. But when it comes to what I know from where I've been, it becomes a totally different ballpark, because I know for a fact, I'm sitting in a professional environment with professional equipment, and I know for a fact that you can't achieve that sound quality with, and I'm not knocking these pieces of equipment. These pieces of equipment I'm about to mention are for creativity. I mean, I have one downstairs. It's like the I/O dock for the iPad. You can make beats with it. I have a machine, but if you hook up that machine to an M-Box, I mean, you're going to get M-Box sound, which wasn't meant to be the highest of quality. It was meant to be true quality, where, you know, you don't know any better. It's pretty much like buying PA speakers. If you buy like the, so what's the solution? I'm aiming for producers. Why am I aiming for producers? I'll give you one key. I'm aiming for producers. I have hip-hop dudes come over here non-stop. What would be better for me to offer a service to you, keep your instrumental on file, eventually post it on our website, have it at a high quality where I can bring it into a Pro Tools session, open it up, start recording, you get paid, I get paid, and your work isn't in vain. Now, can I promise you that people are going to buy your instrumental? No. But if I can give you back a higher quality instrumental, when somebody goes to purchase that instrumental, they're going to not think about it as much. I'll guarantee that. Also, what I want to do in this package is, if you want to go to the full-fledged package of, I like that instrumental, I spent a lot of time on that instrumental. This is for people that spend a lot of time on their instrumentals and are very happy and want the highest of quality. I'm here to help that. There's a huge market for this because people are searching on the internet. There's more rappers than there are gas stations. I don't know how to